Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Where Swans Walk tonight. Only Rich and Hugh with us tonight. James sadly can't make it. Coming up, we've got game reaction. Swansea's best ever manager. The transfer window shuts in 1 week. Who's been our best signing in the January transfer window? Who do we want to see in? Is there any business? Is the business we've done good? And who gets in at an N for Swansea City? Right, gents. I will start off with what makes Swansea City great with N. Start off again with that this week because I liked that last week.
Good. Go on, Rich.
With M for Michael Laudrup, or N you're on about?
N.
Nathan Dyer. That was straight off the cuff. That was a little bit of a throwback. Just the type of winger we could do with. Well, we've got a new one now, but just the type of winger we love. Good player. What do you think, Hugh?
That's who I had, but I've got a backup. I love that shout there, Rich. Absolute legend and Premier League winner as well, wasn't he? I'm going to go with Kyle Norton. Probably an unsung hero for quite a number of years. He was here. Didn't often get the plaudits he deserved until towards the end. Was it 300 appearances in the end or 250?
300. 300.
Ultimate professional, top bloke. Get you 110% every time he wore the shirt. So me, proper bloke.
Yeah, proper missing someone I got in the squad.
Yeah.
I've gone for someone I totally forgot played for the Swans until last week. David Ngog.
The reason.
Yeah, at least said about that one the better, I think.
Said about that the better.
Did he take a couple of goals on loan?
Yeah, one or two. The cup, I think.
One of many long list of erratic strikers we've had in the past.
Yeah, I'm waiting for us so I can do Schechter.
Just get better.
Well, with it being N, we've just signed a left winger in Gustavo Nunez from Brentford. Highly rated by Brentford. What do we make of that?
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of pace, apparently. Someone who can take on a man. But can he put an end product in the box? This is what we want. There's always something that goes wrong, isn't it?
We've already had one Brazilian that can't take on it. Well, can take on a man, but can't finish or deliver an end product. So hopefully. But like Rich said, he comes really well rated. So, I think he was at Gremio before, and a lot of their fans had high expectations for him.
If you see me looking over, I'm just looking at his stats right now.
They're good, are they? I mean, 8-year contract. I can't see them doing that unless they think he's good.
Yeah.
So unless they're trying to dodge fair play, of course, but typical. But exciting. Really excited to see him get a start, get him a couple of runs in the squad, see what he can do. We're lacking that end product, sadly, at the moment from our wingers. So great signing.
It's a game-changing player, which it's not often you can manage to get one of them in the January window. Someone you think, right, I can bring him off the bench, and he's going to come on. And he's got the ability just to kind of really turn a game round, which we're losing a couple of goals down or something, or, just to get into that top half push for the playoffs. Now, those are the kind of players we want. I'd like a couple more of them, and I'll be really excited for the rest of the season then.
Yeah.
100%.
I think he's also a good signing to bring in to proper give Eom a challenge on that left-hand side. He needs some competition to up his game a bit. I know he's been improving the last couple of games, but he just needs that little extra push. It's always healthy competition and good squad rotation.
I think he can play both sides, can't he? I think he's left and right side. So that'll help as well. Gives us a bit of balance and a bit of extra cover so he can play both sides. So, yeah.
Just away from home as well. When you're looking to play a bit more on the counter-attack, someone who can be pacey on that counter and just get forward and get us out our own half and try and make something out of nothing is what we need, because we haven't gone on to the Hell game yet, but we are dying for a few effective players away from home to change games.
100%.
What I like about him, he's young. He's only 20 years old.
Yeah.
There's so much room to improve. Just looking at his stats now, he's played just under 60 games in his career so far, like full-fledged game. Most of Gremio, like Hugh said.
Yeah.
But most alarming fact in my eyes, but he is a winger. You can't expect him to score hundreds of goals just like an out-and-out striker. But he has only scored 9 goals and 6 assists in his entire career. But again, that he was bought by Brentford, and they didn't play him.
There's a lot of injuries as well, I think, previous.
Yeah. So
yeah, let's give him a run and see how he gets on. I think
he only played 3 times last season in the league,
Yeah.
so it's not a big massive concern.
it's low risk, high reward, isn't it, for us? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they sent him to us because they want him to get roughed up a bit in the Championship, get experience that physical aspect of the British League, Premier League is just, it's bonkers really in terms of the how fit you have to be, how fast you have to be, how strong you have to be. So if he can make an impact in this bit of the season for us, it might work out long term as well for us, because Brentford is a nice little model for us to look at, really, as such of where we want to be, in 10 years' time, really. They took over that mantle from us, and now perhaps we could kind of come back and take that back from them. So
yeah,
definitely,
I agree. Well, moving on then we may as well go straight into the game reaction. We've got 2 to talk about. A nice little win against Blackburn, and then straight back a proper 50-50 response in losing to Hull. So it's been a very up and down week, but I think we deserved more against Hull.
Yeah.
The 2 Vopotnik chances, he should have buried them straight away in the first half.
See, I got a theory about that. It's transfer deadline day coming up here, boys. And the boss is coming and goes, VP, you're doing a bit too much.
Yeah.
Calm down a bit now. We want you here for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Next year, we'll talk about that later. But, calm down a bit now. Have a couple of off shots, and then a couple of Premier League clubs will disappear for now then.
Yeah, I think so. I think, normal day, he buries both those chances, doesn't he? And I think there's a period in the first half with their goals. Obviously, the penalty is ridiculous. Cabango shouldn't be giving them away. And then they capitalised on an up period, and they could have scored another 1 or 2 after that. But second half, I thought we deserved a lot more than a 1 goal. I think we deserved at least a point out of that game. I think the performance-wise was actually pretty good from what I've seen and what I've heard. Obviously, I didn't make it up there, but yeah, I think overall, it's a disappointing result. But the performance wasn't too bad.
Small margins, isn't it? You concede a couple of goals. Championship, you're unlikely to come back from that, or if you do get a point out of it, well, you've done really well. But it's disappointing. I am, to be honest, because I think that was there for us to kind of build on the Blackburn game and get a win from that, and then put that kind of stigma away that we can't really get points away from home, which is kind of carrying on our back a little bit at the moment. You're going into games thinking, right, point the best. We shouldn't be thinking that. We're as good as some of these sides now. We're playing good stuff, so we should be thinking, right, we can put a run together like Wrexham are. We should be pushing for that top 6. There's no reason why we can't this season, I don't think.
Spot on, Rich. Absolutely spot on. Away form's frustrating at the moment. Apart from, I think, the bottom 3, I don't think we've beaten anyone away other than Oxford, Blackburn, and who was the other one? There's one more. But either way, we're just, our away form hasn't been good enough. Sheffield Wednesday. But our away form hasn't been good enough, and we need to change that. We're going to push, otherwise it's going to be mid-table, top half of the mid-table obscurity for us again.
Yeah, I agree, totally agree. Both you spot on there. I'm just looking at the table now. It's the gap for the top half of the table is getting bigger and bigger. There's 6 points for the top end of the table between us and them.
Yeah.
So it's just growing and growing and growing. Like playoffs, I can't see playoffs happening. You just want to make it to the top end of the table.
I don't know. I still think we can. If you win a few games in a row, you're in the mix.
Yeah,
and it just comes with a bit of confidence. And I think Wrexham are that team. You got to look at them and think, right, we've got to catch them up. If we can get around where they are now, we'll be in and amongst it. I think there's about 3 or 4 teams who are there and there about. They've got the top teams that probably will go to win the playoffs, probably bankered, I'd probably say. And then the other 2 spots, I think, are well open, because you can easily see someone losing 3 or 4 games in a row as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. I can't see us in the current way unless we start picking up some away wins, but it's definitely not out of realms of possibility. I agree with what you said there, Rich, but we need to start burying a couple of teams. We need to start being more clinical, and we've got to get this away monkey off our back as well.
Yeah. I think we've been saying Rome the last couple of weeks. It's just it's fine margins, but it's also just that final third, and we've seen it again against Hull. It's just those chances were there, and they just didn't get buried. So it's on the verge of clicking, and it is clicking because we've seen it against Blackburn. But it's just as Hugh said, it's just away from home. That is the monkey on the back. We need to get out of the back, and I think we'll be up and running. That's why this league's the best league in the world. You have few wins, and you're in the top half. You're fourth and fifth, but that's just the way it is. We're moving on to who do we think is Swansea's best ever manager?
Well, you talked about it last week, and Hugh sort of mentioned it. And Michael Laudrup, he'd never seen anybody who kind of had that sort of added sort of extra pizzazz. You can tell he's played around Europe at the top level, coached top players, and the respect he deserves in that. And it's just the magical time we had, the trophy we won. It's just everything there. It was a brilliant period in our history. We've had good managers in recent times as well. Brendan obviously has taken us up and had the success there, and back in the 80s, you could see all the Toshak stuff. But for me, Laudrup, that just extra bit for me, brilliant.
Oh, I completely agree. I think top 5 for me would probably be Toshak, Flinney, just because of what happened in that last game. Brought Rodgers because he took us up, right? And that championship season was the most enjoyable season I've ever had. Equally, the first Premier League season was the most enjoyable I've ever had. And then the same reason for Laudrup. That season under Laudrup was one of the best football years of my life, winning a trophy, getting into Europe. I thought that was just absolutely brilliant. Some of the football we played in that year as well was just out of this world. We had stats all around Europe where, we were compared to Xavi, Iniesta and people, and Barcelona for us passing in triangles. What a time that was. So, I think that's probably my top 4 or 5.
I suppose you've got to mention as well Roberto Martinez, where it all started really as such, the kind of model of
M.
Yeah.
Player and captain and manager,
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'd probably go Brendan Rodgers. Again, it's just the feeling of going up to the Prem. Like, that just won't be topped. But then again, Michael Laudrup winning the first major trophy. It's a massive toss-up. And it changes probably daily. You probably ask me tomorrow. I'll probably say Michael Laudrup. Probably ask me Wednesday. Is Brendan Rodgers again? Who knows? Well, we'll finish off then with a bit of optimism about the transfer window, January transfer window. If you had to rate it, if it's shut today now, how would you rate it out of 10?
If we don't sell anybody, i.e. VP, we've got to lock him in a cupboard somewhere. That would be brilliant. We've got a player and we are better than we were, but we do need to get some centre half covering. We need to probably get another striker in. I would have thought on loan, just to kind of give VP a bit of help with Ida out, and then if I'm being greedy, can I have another sort of energetic midfield player as well for away from home, particularly?
Yeah, spot on, Rich. I think we'd be absolute madness to sell Vippy unless they're offering 50 million plus, because we can't do anything without him. We'll be in free fall if we let him go. He's the crux of our team. He scored a stupid amount of our percentage of our goals. Matos will be doing his job with one hand tied behind his back if he goes. So, let's do a huge Jenkins, turn the phones off for the next couple of weeks. And then, like Rich said, another sort of creative, fast player would be nice. Someone to maybe go alongside Vidal up front, closer to up top, and create a bit more opportunities for us. And I think we need another striker because Ida's out for another couple of months, wasn't he? And if something happens to Vippy, an injury, we're screwed. So we need cover for him.
Yeah, I agree. Defensive coverage and that striker position, 100%. That's two main areas that need strengthening just for the injuries. I so far rated a good 7 out of 10. There's been solid recruitment, bit of more depth, competition, but I still think there could be some more work done.
Do you think we could get a bit more height and a bit more experience if we're being, that's the kind of ideal player to bring in at this stage, really, that could push you on a bit?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't know why Stamenic hasn't started for the last few weeks. I don't know if he's just knackered or what, but he's the type of player in the midfield we need. Someone who can disrupt it, get stuck in. He's got a bit of height as well compared to the others. Because if you look at Yalkuye, Franco, Without, they're all 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
They're all big, strong players like Stage is. So maybe an enforcer type player we need in that midfield, maybe to support them.
Yeah.
Oh, we're frozen.
Still a bit frozen, I think. Oh, there we are.
We good?
No, I agree. Standing
frozen.
Oh, yeah. Like a couple seconds delayed. No.
Yeah, so fingers crossed, I think, boys. You never know.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of time. And the Swans love to leave it late as well, don't they, in the window? Yeah. So I'd be expecting either nothing to happen on that final day or, one or two, flying through the door.
Yeah. Definitely.
Who knows? There's a lot to look forward to. And we'll finish off then with a prediction for against Watford on Saturday. Home game, a full week of recovery and Matt's got a full week now to, put his tactics in and how he wants to try and get another win. How are we seeing it? They are only 6 points ahead of us, 7 points ahead of us.
Away again, isn't it? Rich Road. Yeah. Tricky old place that, and Watford are unpredictable sides. Over the years they've had good players, but they never seem to click. But they've got that sort of run going on at the moment. Really, they push towards promotion. I think we do well to get something out of that one. I think, and you don't really want to have 2 defeats on the trot. Like it kind of will dip our momentum a bit. So if we can win that game, I think that will really boost us in terms of our hopes of where we want to be. But yeah, I think a point would be a good point at that one.
Yeah, spot on. I think 1-1. I take a 1-1. But if we're going to start turning things around to make that push, this is the type of game we have to look at winning, right? Especially our way forward, as we've just touched on. They are playing well. They are a good side. They're probably a bit stronger, there's more experience than us, but I still think we could do it. That's not out of the realms of possibility.
Yeah. Why not, boys? Let's have a confidence.
Go for it. 2-1 Swans, you really. Go for it. Come on.
I'm gonna go strong 2-0 win. I'm gonna be optimistic and finding a monkey off the back, and it'll kick start our season for promotion push.
James is going to be he's going to be shuddering at all this confidence going on. Yeah,
I know. We'll see what his reaction is next week. Now.
Somewhere like that, got a cold shudder somewhere.
Yeah, he's probably listening to his electrician and he's like, "Oh, was that what's been said?" Right then, boys. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you all for watching and listening. Please let us know down in the comments what you think, and we'll catch you all next week.